OhMyVenus is someone who needs very little introduction in the esports world, but you might not know the struggles he faced throughout his career and how he managed to rise to the top playing Mobile Legends. In this video, I'll be taking a closer look into OhMyVenus' career, how he started, what hurdles he faced along the way, and where he's at now. Let's begin. Johnmar Villaluna, aka OhMyVenus, started gaming when he was around 13. He really enjoyed gaming and knew he wanted to eventually turn it into a career. Venus was initially quite competitive, playing games such as League of Legends in competitions and tournaments across the Philippines. However, around 7 years into that gaming career, Venus just wasn't able to keep up with the intense League of Legends scene in the Philippines at the time. He says he pretty much just lost his drive to compete. He was in his early 20s at that point, and while gaming was something he enjoyed doing, it was putting a huge burden on him and his family, especially considering he wasn't earning any money from it. At one point, Venus considered quitting gaming altogether, trying to find a job instead. Upon his family's insistence, Venus applied for a Japanese visa so he could go work there. But just as he was waiting for that visa, he came across a new game called Mobile Legends Bang Bang. A lot of Venus's old friends from his LoL playing days had also switched over to Mobile Legends, which led him to eventually taking this a lot more seriously. Eventually, Venus became absolutely addicted to Mobile Legends, and he was really good at it. At first, he would mainly play the game with his former LoL teammates for fun, but as they started to get better and better at the game, they decided to form a team and join actual tournaments where they had an opportunity to potentially earn some serious cash. Back then, MLBB wasn't nearly as popular as it is right now, so the only option that Venus had was to compete in these small tournaments. But his team would absolutely dominate these tournaments, and as the game started to increase in popularity, his team would start to dominate some major tournaments as well. All of this led to Venus eventually entering the pro scene. Now, Venus's team, Onyx Philippines at the time, ended up beating Is Philippines, which was considered one of the top MLBB teams in the world during the 4th season of the MPL Philippines. This was only the beginning of Venus's reign. However, the success hit a road bump as Onyx Philippines failed to win Season 5 and 6 of the MLBB MPL in the Philippines, leading to Onyx Philippines, who had a lot of interesting players in training at the time, releasing Venus and his teammate Wise from their contracts. This would be a pinnacle moment in a trade for a player named Kyrie, who is still currently with Onyx Philippines today, and Venus did mention at the time this was the moment for him to really prove himself. So Venus and Wise end up signing with Blacklist International for that first time, and the duo ended up winning Season 7 and Season 8 of the MLBB Pro Tournament here in the Philippines, the MPL, winning $31,000 and $45,000 respectively. In December of 2021, it was time for Venus and Wise, also known as V-Wise, to prove themselves in the biggest challenge of their lives so far. The MLBB M3 World Championship was being held in Singapore, and Blacklist International was one of the teams that would be competing for the championship as well as the $300,000 cash prize by competing against players from around the world. Blacklist did take a loss from a team known as BTK, or Bloodthirsty Kings from NA, sending them to the lower bracket of the tournament. Blacklist International generally breezed through the rest of the competition, eventually entering the finals against Onyx Philippines, the duo's former team. Venus and Wise eventually defeat their former team in the most satisfying way imaginable. It was pretty much a fairy tale ending for them, considering everything that they had been through leading up to this point. At this point, Venus and Wise, also known as V-Wise, are pretty much considered one of the best MLBB duos in the world. They have such widespread influence and supportive fans known as the Blacklist Agents, who always show their support on social media and of course at tournaments. Venus is someone who has faced all sorts of challenges throughout his life, even when he was at the top of his game. He faced relentless online bullying because of his sexuality, but he never let that stop him. Venus has said that he's a proud member of the LGBTQ community and that he wants to be an inspiration to other members of this community to push back against the stereotypes and abuse. For now, the iconic duo VYs will be participating in the C-Ball tournament at a chance to represent the Philippines in this year's SEA Games later this year. After that, of course, they'll be taking a break for Season 9 of the MPL Philippines to get some much-needed rest and relaxation time with family and friends. It seems like nothing can put a stop to our queen, and it's going to be extremely exciting to see his career from this point forward. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you guys think OhMyVenus will continue to rise? Is there more that he can accomplish? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. GG, WP.